Hi, welcome to Missologist Happy Hour Cider Review. I'm so excited because I just got my Press and Press monthly box, which has 6 curated ciders in it. I didn't choose them, they chose them for me, which makes it even cooler. So I'm going to get the cider. Alright, so the cider I am trying today is Greenwood Cider Company Black Currant Asian Pear. It is pear apple cider with black currants, and it's out of Seattle, Washington. 6.5 ABV, 500 milliliters. I don't know if it really says anything. Oh, Chojuro and Mishirasu pears mixed with our signature Washington apple blend and steeped with black currants. Semi-dry and sharp with currant fruitness upfront and lingering notes of unripe melon. So yeah, it sounded so good. I was like, no, that's the one I want to do this week. I just really wanted to try this. So we'll see how it is. Okay. So here we go. And don't worry, I will show you as I pour it so you can see what color it is and everything. Oh man, that's pretty. That is lovely. As you can probably see, it's a very, very pretty red, kind of plummy color almost, but it so pretty. Yeah, so okay, interesting. It smells, sorry, my cat decided to play with her toy right at this very moment, of course. Anyway, it smells interesting. It doesn't smell as sweet as I was expecting. It smells actually more yeasty. It smells yeasty, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just might be a little more beer-like than I am, you know, I usually would seek out. Yeah, because normally I go for the sweet, semi-sweet Portland Cider Company, you know, like I love their semi-sweet cider. So yeah, we'll see how yeasty it actually is, but okay. Oh, fascinating. All right. Yeah, it's good. It's interesting because you're definitely getting the yeastiness, but I would say it kind of hit me at the end there. I would say the apple and the pear were the first things that hit me taste-wise, and then I think I got a bit of the black currant near the end, and then the yeastiness. So it is definitely very different tasting than I was expecting it to be. I think because I saw pear and apple, I was expecting more of a peary type flavor. Excuse me. For those of you unfamiliar, peary is the proper term for a pear cider. It's what they're officially called in England where they're created. And pearies tend to be on the sweeter side, obviously, because, you know, pears are pretty sweet. And so that's kind of what I was expecting, was like a very pear forward flavor, probably some apple, but maybe not as strong as the pear. And then the black currant, you know, I was thinking of creme de cassis, which is very sweet. So it's just interesting and more yeast forward than I was expecting. But that's not a bad thing. It's just different than, you know, because you sort of have expectations. I don't know what my cat's doing. Anyway, you have expectations when you look at bottles sometimes. Like, you're like, oh, that's going to be like this. And then sometimes they just taste completely different than you thought they were going to. And that's kind of what's happening in this situation. It's not bad or anything. It's just very, very different from what I was going in with, the preconceptions I had, which goes to show never judge, you know, a book by its cover, never judge a bottle by its label. However, I like it. I think it's good. Yeah. Anyway, let's go in for another sip. Wow, so interesting. Yeah. I almost got like a grape-like flavor in that last sip. But also, again, the yeast was coming through, so it's so fascinating. It's the flavor evolution in this is really interesting. But yeah, I highly recommend checking out Preston Press, checking out their club, which is what I joined, and so they'll send you as much or as little cider as you want a month. I think it's set up to 12 bottles. And it's just really fun because you'll get to try things you wouldn't get to try normally. Like, we got a cider from Spain, we got one from France, I think. We got a couple from Oregon, you know, Cider Riot, etc. So it's just kind of a fun little thing you can do to try and broaden your cider horizons, if you will. I'm trying to think what else I can say about this cider other than I think it's good and I think people should try it. And I'd be interested to see what other ciders this particular company has. But yeah, I think that's probably all I can say. Yeah, cheers.